Typical chicks with zero sense of direction!
Yo, what is up guys, Bobby87 King here, and today we are going to be talking about who would I have win every season of Total Drama and the Ridonculous Race. And yeah, I'll be purely doing this based on my opinion of who I just like more, to be honest, and also I will be doing somewhat of a gameplay perspective, so like I'll do my own personal opinion then from a gameplay perspective who should have won. So yeah, let's just get it started talking about Island. So for Island, we have Owen versus Gwen, and to be honest, from a pure character standpoint, Gwen would definitely win in my headcanon. I mean, I think Gwen was just a more developed character throughout Island, and I think her relationship with Trent, her friendship with Lashana, her rivalry with Heather, all of these things making Gwen a very dynamic character, and while for Owen, all he really had was Izzy. And to be honest, while I definitely don't hate Owen in Island, I just think Gwen had a way better story arc. And throughout the season, she just showed why she should win. While for Owen, yes, he was great TV, but overall, in my opinion, Gwen is definitely the rightful winner of Island. But from a gameplay standpoint, I would understand why Owen should have won, and because in my opinion, Owen was just better socially. And if it was an actual vote like Chris intended to be, then Owen would have won anyway. So yeah. Gwen is my headcanon winner. Alright, next up we got Total Drama Action, and I mean, come on. Who actually prefers Beth's ending over Duncan? I mean, seriously, Duncan is my headcanon winner. I think he's most of everyone's headcanon winner. And to be honest, I just don't see how Beth really was deserving to be a finalist. Although Beth definitely didn't play poorly, I just think that overall there's better characters you could have chose for the finale. But yeah, I guess Beth wasn't that bad in terms of a gameplay perspective, since I do think Beth played a better game than Duncan, and I think if Chris read all the votes, Beth would have easily won against Duncan. But yeah, as a character, I mean, seriously, when you compare Beth, someone who is wildly renowned for being a really bad character, against Duncan, I think it's pretty obvious who wins. Alright, moving into World Tour now, and to be honest, once again, I think this is a situation where I have two different answers. Obviously, from a character perspective, having Heather win the season is way more iconic since she kind of had a big arc throughout the first 3 seasons. But for a gameplay perspective, I think my vote has to go to Alejandro. I think he was in a way better position, he had way more control throughout the entire game, and outside of the Final 4 round, which, I mean, seriously, Sierra blew up the plane, so she was going home anyways. Unlike Heather, who was saved by a non-elimination episode, so yeah, Alejandro gets my vote from a gameplay perspective, while from a headcanon, like writing-wise, I think Heather wins. On to Revenge of the Island, and I mean, come on. In both scenarios, I do think Cameron deserved his win. I mean, seriously, when I first watched the season, I was rooting for Cameron to win the entire time, and I think Cameron was just overall a more likable character than Lightning was in Revenge of the Island. Obviously, Lightning is way more funnier than Cameron, but overall in the season, I definitely did enjoy Cameron way more, and yeah, that's why I would pick Cameron. And from a gameplay perspective too, Lightning just didn't make any moves. He wasn't really in the majority, no one really liked him that much, so yeah, Cameron wins. Moving forward to All-Stars, and come on. I mean, Mike literally missed out on the majority of the season, to be honest, and even though I do like Mike more than Zoe, I think personally now, I think I have to go with Zoe winning in both scenarios, just because even though Zoe was insanely annoying in All-Stars, at least she was there. I can't, actually no. From a character standpoint, I do like Mike more, so I guess Mike wins in that aspect, but then from a gameplay perspective, Zoe also just dominated the season overall, playing the most dominant game of all time, and seriously, I think Zoe is up there for best players of all time, so yeah, I think Zoe is a better player than Mike, and also played a better game. But I think from a character standpoint, Mike had to win. Now we're doing the final season of Total Drama, Sky versus Sean, and to be honest, this is insanely tough since I do love both of their characters a lot, but overall, to be honest, as a character-wise and also just how the story played out, I have to go with Sean winning the season. I think that Sean overall was just more satisfying character to watch. Also, his relationship with Jasmine was just really wholesome and entertaining. While Sky had a bit of a rocky story, and I do understand why people don't like her because of her kind of like relationship with Dave, and Dave is I understand why people don't like Dave, but I personally like Dave, but he is pretty annoying when Sky rejected him, so yeah, there's that. And from a gameplay perspective, I actually do think I have to go with Sean, I guess, so yeah, Sean wins. The final season of Total Drama presents the Ridonculous Race. Who do I have winning? I mean, this is pretty obvious if you've seen my top 10 video. I think MacArthur and Sanders were a much more satisfying ending than Jeff and Brody. I think their development overall was just really great, and yeah, I don't really need to spend too much time talking about it. I think that they're great, and to be honest, I would love to see them on an actual Total Drama season, being like a duo or something like that. Or I don't really watch Total Drama Rama, so I don't know if Sanders is in it or not, but like maybe have Sanders come in as a cameo and have her and MacArthur's be like a duo or something like that. I don't know, it would be nice to see them back together on my screen. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Ridonculous Race. So yeah, that's pretty much every single winner who I would have personally in my headcanon win the season of Total Drama. In Island we have Gwen, in Action we have Duncan, World Tour Heather, Revenge of the Island Cameron, All Stars Mike, Sean wins Pahkitew Island, and we have the Police Cadets winning the Ridonculous Race. So yeah, to be honest, this was pretty hard to do, especially for seasons like Pahkitew Island or even World Tour, to where I do like both of the final two, but to be honest, I think that overall, yeah, I'm very satisfied with how this video ended up turning out. Thank you guys for watching, and to be honest, for the edits that were there, I'm thinking about posting edits again on this account, but to be honest, I don't know how likely that is, but that's something I could be doing in the future. Also, Total Drama battles are something that I've been wanting to do for a while, but I just don't know how to do them, so I might look up how to do them and then start doing them, so yeah. And also expect a retrospective for Total Drama Next Generation Season 1 sometime soon. I don't think it's coming anytime like in the next few months, but it will be coming out relatively this year. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out.
He gave me my math exam back. He had put a huge F on the front page, and to make things worse, he had stapled a McDonald's application form to the back of it.